Don't be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you flash it. And when you play the game, man, you better know your options. Don't try to photocopy when you out here being saucy. It's getting too spicy, I ain't even had my coffee. Don't be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you flash it. And when you play the game, man, you better know your options. Don't try to photocopy when you out here being saucy. It's getting too spicy, I ain't even had my coffee.
Good morning! But I'm coming with a passion. I'm trying to get to know you while you're thinking that I'm asking. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Monday. You know what time it is. Hey! And even if I fail, at least I was honest.
I can only do what's in my power to do, and what good is the power if I use it like a fool?
If I want to make it to the top, I gotta study clues, or I can sit back and just watch the news. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's get this show started. You know what we came to do. Yes, good morning, Miss Morningstar. Let's go.
Yeah. I feel like I'm stuck in a cycle.
Feel like we're stuck in a cycle.
It's like I'm stuck in time. It's like a curse, and I can't escape it. It's like deja vu.
Let's go, Tinkerbell. Let's go.
It's deja vu when I'm hanging up the rest. I'm like the Terminator screaming, I'll be back. It's deja vu, flying first class. It's like every week I gotta take out the trash.
I'm on top of my game, ahead of the class. You can tell that I made it. Look at my grass. Cars in the garage, tanks full of gas.
I play the game so raw,
I won't finish last.
sitting in my living room screaming how we made it.
This is how it's supposed to happen when you're rich and famous. That algorithm turned me to a maniac.
I guess we going viral cause my Zodiac.
I got all these numbers on my spreadsheet. Benjamin Franklin is my bestie.
And if they use my ex, that mean they left me.
They don't get replies if they text me.
I say it with my chest cause I mean it.
Let's go. Got a lot of confidence and I'm conceited. Call me the master with a new whip. I'ma take off. Here you go, here you go.
I'll tell you what, I've gone into Zeus about it. I'll get a drug testing. That shit was radical.
Very radical.
It was horrible. I'm like, Zeus has gone way off the rails.
It's like deja vu. It's like deja vu.
Zeus has gone way off the rails.
It's like deja vu.
All right, all right.
It's deja vu when I'm running up the rest.
All right, let's go ahead and kill the music, DJ. All right, let's go ahead and kill it, all right? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Once again, we are back in the Thunderdome. I am your host. I am your pilot, and you know exactly what we came to do, all right? I hope you all had a great weekend, all right? But before we get started, let's take care of some housekeeping items. For those of you who do not know who I am, I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H, ladies and gentlemen? Well, it's quite simple, right? The first H stands for honest. I'm the most honest person on social media. There's nobody more honest than me. You might as well pretend like I got my hand on a stack of Bibles, all right? The second H, good morning, Ange. Oh, it's the Ange raid. Shout out to Ange. Thank you, Ange. You were doing quite an excellent job. I did not want to disturb that, all right? But thank you all for joining. The second H is because I'm humble. There's nobody more humble than me. If I get it wrong, I really will be the first to apologize, all right? But here's the thing. It just turns out I haven't been wrong lately. Red Crown, nice to see you, champ. It just turns out I haven't been wrong lately, all right? But if I were, I promise you, I would definitely issue an apology, all right? And then the last and the final H, ladies and gentlemen, is because you guessed it, I am and will always remain the most handsome. Let's go. All right. Now, many of you are familiar with what we do over here on this side of town, on this side of TikTok. What we do is very, very special, and we've been doing it for quite a while, and we've been very, very, very successful at it. We hold our friends on the right, especially their cult leader, Donald J. Trump, accountable for their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds as well as their crimes. And isn't it safe to say that when it comes to crimes and dirty deeds, that our friends on the right, they seem to have hit the jackpot, right, Jess? They seem to have hit the jackpot. I've been looking at their poll numbers on TikTok, right? You know, we got a lot of friends on the right. I've been looking at their poll numbers, and it's with a heavy heart that I must say their poll numbers, they're not doing so good. A lot of them are raging out on this app. They're quitting. Yeah, right. They're low. They're crying. And the reason their poll numbers are low is because of the wonderful work you all have been doing shoulder to shoulder with me, all right? So you all deserve a round of applause. Keep up the great work. What that translates into is the truth is suppressing all of the lies and misinformation that these Trump supporters, these folks who are possessed with the MAGA demon, continue to spew out all over social media, and we know where they get their lies from, right? They try to lie and say they get it from CNN. No, they don't. They don't get no lies from CNN. Or they try to say they get it from MSNBC or MSDNC. They don't get the lies from them, from over there. They get their lies from Donald J. Trump himself on his third-rate social media platform called, is it called Truth Social or is it Lie Central? It's a full-time job, right? It's Lie Central what Donald Trump does, right? And so what we've been doing, and it's been very successful, like I said, is pushing back against all of the misinformation and the disinformation that's circulating out there so that those who are going to vote this November will be able to make the most informed decision possible. Right? Good morning, Miss Boss Diva. Yeah, Lie Central. Are you back? I hope you're back, Miss Boss Diva. All right. Now, with that being said, I must say this weekend was a very, very interesting weekend because normally I try to not be on TikTok. I try to just stay off the app and just, get my mind cleared. But I've had the opportunity to venture off and be a co-host for our good friend Jeff, or some of you call him HVAC, right? And what I've been observing with MAGA is that, number one, they're clearly on the ropes. They know Donald Trump isn't going to get reelected, but if you bring a Trump supporter in, use your crystal ball, right? And I guarantee you, every single thing they're crying about will be tied to either the border or the economy, right? That's what I talk to so many MAGA demons. That's the only thing they're hanging their hats on right now. If you just put Donald Trump back in the White House, my 401k will soar. My employer will give me a raise. And, I've been with this employer for 30 plus years. They've never given me a raise. But if you put Donald Trump in there, they will give me one. I'm afraid to ask for one, but they'll give me one, right? I mean, I've heard it all. Inflation, blah, blah, blah. And so what I want to do is start this show off, ladies and gentlemen, by addressing those two things, right? Let's talk about the economy and let's talk about the border, all right? And then we'll get this show started, all right? And in the meantime, get those boos. Please get those boos and those shames ready because you know how we kick every show off, right? We got to give the Trump supporters what they don't have, right? It's clear MAGA doesn't have shame, so we have to give it to them, all right? So once again, we are at a pivotal moment in our nation's journey. And it is crucial that we understand how our leadership impacts both immigration and the economy. So today I want to highlight the ways in which our nation's approach under President Joseph R. Biden has brought about not negative changes, but positive changes compared to the previous administration under Donald Trump. First, let's address immigration. Under President Donald Trump, the immigration policy was often characterized by harsh measures and divisive rhetoric, right? The family separation policy at the border, the travel bans targeting predominantly Muslim countries, and the reduction in the number of refugees allowed entry into the United States are just a few examples. These policies not only caused immense human suffering, but also tarnished America's reputation as a beacon of hope and opportunity. On the other hand, President Joseph R. Biden has taken a fundamentally different approach to immigration. He has sought to restore humanity and compassion to our immigration system. Early in his administration, President Biden signed executive orders to undo the family separation policy and to end those ridiculous travel bans, right? He also increased the refugee cap, signaling to the world that America remains a place of refuge for those fleeing persecution and violence. Thank you, Joe Biden. Thank you. Furthermore, President Biden's administration is working on comprehensive immigration reform. This includes providing a pathway to citizenship for undocumented immigrants who contribute significantly to our economy and society. By recognizing the value of immigrants, President Biden's policies are fostering an environment of inclusion and respect. Let's go, Joe Biden. Now, let's turn our attention to the economy. Under President Trump, the economy experienced significant volatility, right? While it is true there were periods of growth, which we can all say thank you, Barack Obama, right? These were often accompanied by policies that favored the wealthy and large corporations. It wasn't policies to help regular Americans like these people who get on TikTok and cry and like to say it did, right? Tax cuts disproportionately benefited the richest Americans, and deregulations often came at the expense of environmental protections and workers' rights. He doesn't care about people and their jobs. Additionally, the mishandling of the pandemic led to unprecedented job losses and economic uncertainty. We all remember this, all right? In contrast, President Biden has focused on building an economy that works for everyone. Bidenomics, right? The American Rescue Plan, passed early in his administration, provide critical relief to millions of Americans, helping to lift millions out of poverty and to reduce hunger. Stimulus checks, extended unemployment benefits, and support for small businesses were crucial components of this plan. Moreover, President Biden's emphasis on infrastructure and clean energy through the bipartisan infrastructure bill and Inflation Reduction Acts is creating jobs and laying the foundation for long-term economic growth. Investments in roads, bridges, broadband, and green technologies are not only modernizing our economy, but also addressing climate change and ensuring that future generations inherit a sustainable planet. Additionally, President Biden's commitment to raising the minimum wage and supporting labor unions reflects his dedication to improving the livelihoods of working class Americans. By prioritizing fair wages and workers' rights, his administration is working to reduce income inequality and create a more equitable economy, right? In conclusion, under President Joe Biden, our nation is witnessing a more humane and effective approach to immigration and a more inclusive and robust economic recovery. All right? Unlike Donald Trump, Joe Biden is actually America first, right? And so, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Miss Boss Diva, now that the cat's out of the bag and it's crystal clear who's really helping Americans, it's Joe Biden and not Donald Trump. I need you all to join me in giving Donald J. Trump and his legion of MAGA demons who continue to run around and cry on this app, crying about the border and the economy, despite the fact that we have all this evidence that shows the economy is doing great and Joe Biden is actually addressing the border in a humane manner, which is actually quite Christ-like if you ask me, right? Join me in giving them our first honorable round of boos and shame.
Silence! You never demon!
All right, so let's get this show started with some of the most obvious stuff that's going on. You know, sometimes we just got to go right into the lion's den, all right? Morning Joe this morning, ladies and gentlemen, said Donald Trump is off his rocker, all right? And you know exactly what this is about. I saw it over the weekend and I said, you know what, thank you, Morning Joe, for calling this out. Because right now we're going into the presidential debates, all right, where Joe Biden is going to do the unthinkable to Donald Trump once again. You know what's worse than Donald Trump is going to be taking? I mean, this guy has to be the worst loser we have ever seen. You mean to tell me after losing his court case to Alvin Bragg, he has to go see the president of the United States and get a lecture from Joe Biden? Ooh, I can't wait to tune in. And you could tell Donald Trump is terrified now, right? They're walking around and they're going, "Oh, Joe Biden, he's on." They're saying he's jacked up on substances. You know, I got to keep it clean on TikTok. You only say stuff like that when you're afraid, right? You only make up stuff about people like Joe Biden when you're very afraid of what he can say to you. All right. And you know, Joe Biden really doesn't have to say much because he's winning, right? He's toast. So listen to what Morning Joe has to say real quickly, ladies and gentlemen. All right. And this is basically the truth about Donald Trump. And MAGA, do me a favor. All right. Listen, I didn't say this at the top of the show, but I see we got some dissension out there. If you don't like this live, because this live is overwhelmingly true, and I don't allow liars like you to overtalk me, do me a huge favor.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Right? If you're not happy, you can leave. Now listen up, you Trump supporters. I really want you to listen to this, all right? And keep in mind, this isn't Joe Biden. This is your cult leader, all right? This is not Joe Biden, all right? Listen up, MAGA. Listen up.
And they have restrictors in there. You want to wash your hair? Well, you want to wash your hands. You turn on the water and it goes drip, drip. The soap, you can't get it off your hand. So you keep it running for about 10 times longer. You're trying. The worst is your hair. I have this beautiful, luxuriant hair. And I put stuff on. I put it in lather. I like lots of lather because I like it to come out extremely dry because it seems to be slightly thicker that way. And I lather up and then you turn on this crazy shower and the thing drip, drip. And you say, I'm going to be here for 45 minutes. What the? They put restrictors, and they put them on in places like here where there's so much water you don't know what to do with it. You know, it's called rain. It rains a lot in certain places. But no, their idea, you know, did you see the other day? They just put, I opened it up and they closed it again. I opened it, they close it. Washing machines to wash your dishes. There's a problem. They don't want you to have any water. They want no water, and I was with...
And you were just listening to former President Trump, and we're going to talk about some of the things he was discussing there.
They had to cut away from the washing machine thing.
What do you talk about with that? Like, what's the analysis of drip, drip, drip green hair? Fox News cut away from Donald Trump's speech rally in Philadelphia on Saturday as he droned on about low water pressures in homes,
Washing machines.
washing his hair, how he likes a lot of lather. Imagine if Joe Biden did this, by the way. It would be 24-hour coverage of Joe Biden losing it. But this, they just go to break. We'll show you more.
So, MAGA, any Trump supporters in the audience right now? Any Trump supporters out there? I got a serious question. Explain that to Zeus. Explain that to Zeus. Any Trump supporters, put a 1 in the chat if you're MAGA. I would love for you to come up here and explain that to Zeus, what that means. And I can play it back for you, MAGA. If you missed what Donald Trump said, MAGA, I'll play it right back for you. Are there any Trump supporters in the audience right now that can explain what the heck Donald Trump was just talking about? You see this, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, you're right. They're too embarrassed. Any Trump supporters? Where's all that smoke at? Y'all were bringing to Zeus. Remember they were saying they were going to bring all this smoke to Zeus? Remember Sleepy Joe? You know, he did a poll this weekend. Do you like Crooked Joe or do you like Sleepy Joe? And you all said Sleepy Joe, which to me says you clearly don't think Joe Biden's a criminal. But for some reason you think Okay, great. We got a Trump supporter. Come on up in the box. All right. Come in the box, please. All right. Normally, I don't like to bring people up during the monologue, but sometimes I got to. Come on up here and explain what Donald Trump is saying right here.
The soap, you can't get it off your hand.
Okay, great, great. Who do we have? And I don't got much time, Pasquale. How are you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
You're MAGA. You're MAGA. You're MAGA, right?
I am not,
Oh, why did you say
but
you were?
but I'll tell you, I
Are
love
you
Trump.
voting for? Okay, you're voting for Trump.
No, I'm not voting for Trump, but I love Trump, and I'll tell you why. Because in just 4 years, he has literally
Jesus Christ.
dismantled the Republican Party.
Oh, okay,
He
okay.
has he has done. I mean, the Republican Party has been in death throes for decades. Why they are still around, or I can't
So
say.
you're ultimately you're for Biden, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, all
But
right.
I
Well,
love Trump for what he has done. He has literally put a dagger in the heart of the
okay,
Republican Party and the
fair enough.
GOP.
Well, we agree on that. All right. Now I got to move it on. All right, my good friend. But I'm
Absolutely.
looking for MAGA. All right. But thank you so
Absolutely.
much. All
Thank you
right,
so
ladies.
much. I'm a huge fan. I watch you every morning. I'm glad to come on. You're
All right.
awesome, Zeus. Keep it up.
Thank
God
you.
bless you.
All right. Thank you. God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give Pasquale a round of applause. That's a good guy. He saved you, MAGA. He saved you, Pasquale. You saved them. I was really counting on a Trump supporter to come up here and explain Donald Trump's situation upstairs right now. He's not sounding too well, right, MAGA? So guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Since there's no Trump supporter in the audience right now that wants to explain this,
So you keep it running for about 10 times longer, you're trying. The worst is your hair. I have this beautiful, luxuriant hair. And I put stuff on. I put it in lather. I like lots of lather because I like it to come out extremely dry because it seems to be slightly.
has to be the worst shower experience ever. Whatever he's doing in the shower for 45 minutes with that shampoo and his hair and it's getting thicker when it's dry. What the heck is that, MAGA? See, I can't even go there with Donald Trump, but I know it's a MAGA demon. That's a MAGA demon right there taking a shower, ladies and gentlemen. It's the most disturbing thing you could ever think of going on in the shower. The shower is actually supposed to be clean, but somehow Donald Trump has made taking a shower dirty. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Donald Trump what he deserves. Him and his supporters, because some of the supporters were cheering as he was describing this dirty, disgusting shower. Join me in giving them another round of booze and shame. Y'all are some sick people.
Silence. You never demon.
Yeah, a lot of people say, Zeus, you know what? Zeus, could you please be a little kinder to the Trump supporters? And, we don't like how you just get out here every day. You don't let anybody up in the box. You just continue to steamroll MAGA. And these people they're really crying to me, all right? They can't even keep my name out of their mouth. I got people on this app so worked up, and I said, "Why are you worked up?" Because you spew hatred. I said, "Well, what's hatred?" The way you talk about us. And I said, "Do you understand that you Trump supporters have no excuse for supporting a person like this person, Donald Trump, other than the fact that you're under a demonic cult? You're in a demonic cult. Why do you say that? Because look at all the information we got about this guy. And everything we point out to you about him, you turn around and spin it and try to make it look like it's Joe Biden that did it when it's not true. So that's why I say you all have a demonic force going on. All right. And they don't want to believe me until, guess what? Donald Trump ends up taking another L. For instance, let's talk about this, right? Ahead of the presidential debate, Scaramucci says Trump's team will now be doing this. All right. And so let's get into what they're going to be doing. All right. Shoot. Okay, hold on one second. Hold on one second. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Hold on one second. Oh my God. Let's go. See, we're having technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. We're having technical difficulties. But I wanted to point this out. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. They're saying that, first of all, Joe Biden has to prepare for Donald Trump to either be in control of himself or out of control. Which one do you think he's going to be, ladies and gentlemen? Do you think Donald Trump is going to be in control of himself or out of control? All right. But the other point is this. Hold on. The other point is this. He says that the Biden team is only focusing on one thing, making sound bites for his campaign. All right. And so, ladies and gentlemen, hold on. Oh my gosh. You know what they did? They hit me with a pop-up blocker. All right. So guess what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, because I don't want to give you misinformation. I don't want to. All right. The main gist of this point here is Scaramucci is saying that Donald Trump is going to be out of control when he debates Joe Biden because Donald Trump doesn't know how to control himself, right? He's going to be out of control. He knows that Donald Trump and his team are sitting there saying, what are you going to say when Donald Trump brings up Joe Biden brings up things like your record, right? We know Donald Trump's record speaks for itself, ladies and gentlemen. All right. He led this country through the worst economic disaster of our lifetime by the end of COVID, right? And Joe Biden knows it. Joe Biden has the secret. We know Donald Trump, just like he did in the courtroom, he can't sit there and pay attention and focus on the questions. All he's going to do is cry and complain during the entire debate, right? And so we all know what this is going to turn into. You can see him out here right now trying to butter up Joe Biden and say, look at Joe Biden right now. He's actually doing quite well. They're cutting back on those little campaigns or those little, what do they call them, deep fake videos where they're trying to make Joe Biden look like he's Sleepy Joe. They're cutting back on all of that right now because they want to make it look like Joe Biden all of a sudden has to have a high bar to get over in order to beat Donald Trump. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It's not going to work, right? So guess what we're going to do? Because we know Donald Trump is going to get beat during this debate like he got beat last time. And you know what they say? After Donald Trump debated Joe Biden in 2020, his poll numbers, they went down by 5 points. Can you believe it? His poll numbers went down 5 points after his 2020 debate with Joe Biden. And so guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It's a sign of another thing, another L for Donald Trump. First it was the convictions, then it's going to be the debate. And when Joe Biden gets done with Donald Trump, again, MAGA, it's going to be crystal clear. This November, Trump is going to lose. So guess what we're going to do? Once again, ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Donald Trump a round of boos and shame. Silence, you MAGA demons, all right? All right, so let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my goodness, look at the time. We got to get ready to open the boxes, all right? We're going to open up the boxes, ladies and gentlemen. Just bear with me, all right? Question, has anyone seen Melania Trump? Has anyone seen Melania Trump? Anyone out there? Any Trump supporters out there? Have any of you seen Melania? Because there's some interesting reporting coming out about Melania Trump in case you haven't been paying attention. Melania Trump won't likely spend much time in Washington, D.C., even if Donald Trump gets reelected to a second term, according to those who are following her activities. After all, does anyone blame Melania for not wanting to hang out with her husband? Does anyone blame her for not wanting to hang out with Donald Trump? I mean, hasn't he done a lot to show how much he loves his wife, right? Anyone, doesn't Donald Trump look like he loves his wife, the way that he treats her? You know how he treated her with Stormy Daniels, right? I mean, we all know she was just in it for the money, but sometimes you put on a little bit of a better act, right? The former First Lady was so reclusive during Donald Trump's first term in office that many wondered whether she lived at the White House or with her parents in the suburbs. And Melaniaologists surveyed by reporters speculated that she would most likely spend a potential second term splitting time between Palm Beach, New York, where son Barron is rumored to be attending. She's distancing herself even more from her husband and from the Washington social political scene. All right. I mean, she's clearly hated being in Washington, D.C. Wow. She views the role of the First Lady as unelected, not paid, said Mary Jordan, a Washington Post associate editor and author of the book about Melania, and would likely come to the White House if her husband is reelected only for ceremonial undertakings such as state dinners and special events. Quote, Melania does what Melania wants, she says. Is that true? Trump and his campaign officials have been promising that she'll be more involved on the campaign trail, and yet she never appeared alongside her husband at any of his trials. Huh. Did anyone see Melania go to that hush money trial? Anyone saw that? Any Trump supporters out there? It's so funny that he was able to get members of Congress, right, to show up and cheer him on, but his own wife, no way, Donald, absolutely not. You've already embarrassed yourself. You've embarrassed me. You've brought shame on this family, Donald. Absolutely not. There's no way I could go up there and tell my parents I'm supporting you through all of this, Donald Trump. With Stormy Daniels, and you didn't even use a protection, Donald? Yeah, I'm pretty much done, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, the writing's on the wall that Donald Trump isn't going to get reelected, right, Sean? The writing's on the wall. When your own wife, it was bad when your vice president says, I just can't do it, right? When your vice president says, I just can't do it. But it's another thing when your wife says, I just can't do it. And then you still got these knuckleheads out here running around saying Trump 2024, sending them money. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we got to do. Don't we get tired of doing it? We got to do it anyway, though. Join me in giving Donald Trump and his supporters once again another round of booze and shame, right? It's a sad thing when your own wife won't even help you become president. Get him out of here. Silence, you MAGA demons. All right, let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. You know, we don't got much time. Oh my gosh, look at the time. I got to hurry up. All right, his conviction is hurting him. GOP insiders have anxiety about Trump spikes. Remember I told you it's not looking good, MAGA? Like I said, you really ought to pay attention. Former President Donald Trump's months-long lead in the polls is being erased. All right? It's being erased. All right? And Republican insiders are now beginning to get anxious about the former president's chances in November. In particular, the publication notes that recent polling has shown independents swinging back towards President Joe Biden after Donald Trump was recently found guilty of 34 felony counts. That's 11 checks, 11 invoices, and 12 ledger entries, right? That adds up to 34, all right? Falsifying business records to cover up an affair with an adult film star. Quote, this election is going to be decided on the margins and short term. His conviction is hurting him in the polling, said Tom McCabe, the chairman of the Mahoney County, Ohio Republican Party. Politico has also obtained a memo from James Bob Jr., an Indiana-based lawyer who advises National Right to Life, that flags concerns about the continued strength of Trump's GOP rival, Nikki Haley, even after she dropped out of the race. Quote, Trump got 78% of the Republican primary vote and Haley got 22%, the memo stated. Now, there is very good reason to think that 10 to 12% of that vote were Democrats, leaving 10% of Republicans not convinced to support Trump. This makes the general election very dicey. Very dicey. All right. Arizona Republican strategist Barrett Marson, however, suggested that Trump's guilty verdict wasn't the only factor that could potentially weigh down Republicans' chances in November. Republicans have a ton of down-ballot problems, he explained, not the least of which is on abortion. Ladies and gentlemen, isn't it crystal clear that Donald Trump represents the Republican Party better than any other presidential candidate so far in American history? It's crystal clear. Criminal, not a Christian, right? He's definitely a hypocrite. Patriotic? No, he's not patriotic. He's a traitor, right? And that is like the recipe for losing against Joe Biden, right? And Donald Trump has the good recipe. He has the secret recipe to lose against Joe Biden, right, ladies and gentlemen? And so, once again, we got to do it. Join me in giving Donald Trump and his supporters another round of booze and shame. Because whether you're talking about his criminal record, whether you're talking about his record as president, because you know he was in there 4 years, whether you're talking about his record as a businessman, whether you're talking about his record as a husband, it's crystal clear to the American people Donald J. Trump is a failure and a loser. Let's give him another round of booze and shame. Silence, you MAGA demons, all right? Let's talk about Jack Smith. You guys like Jack Smith? Do you all like Jack Smith? Do you all like him? Huh? Do you like Jack Smith?
Jack Smith. He's a Trump hater. His wife's a Trump hater. His family's a Trump hater. They all hate Trump. They hate him with a passion. They'll do anything they can to hurt Trump. But he's a harasser and an abuser. And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more of a Trump hater.
You know what? Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump hater. Because, you know, these Trump supporters keep going, all this hate for one man. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump hater, please. I'm a Trump hater, by the way. MAGA. MAGA, take a look at this, MAGA. You see this, MAGA? Look at the results of these polls. You all love those poll numbers, right? In this live, MAGA is outnumbered every single day. Look at all this, MAGA. Look at it. It's about to get over 100. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump hater, please. Yes, we're over 100. You see this, MAGA? Imagine all these Trump haters going to go vote in November, MAGA. Do you think this is rigged too? Do you think TikTok is rigged? Oh my God. Oh my God, I need my towel. Oh my God. MAGA, do you see? Oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God.
Deranged Jack Smith.
You got to be a little deranged to go after Donald Trump. You know what, Jack Smith? They ought to make it a holiday for what you did to this guy right here. Look at his face right there. He doesn't look so happy. Gosh, Jack, you got me in a bit of a bind. MAGA. Oh my God. Yeah, it seems Jack Smith, he's brought something to our attention lately, ladies and gentlemen. It's not looking good for Donald, all right? Jack Smith probed mysterious Trump Mar-a-Lago trip that he tried to keep quiet. You can't escape the clutches of Jack Smith, MAGA. You know that, right? I haven't told this joke in a while, ladies and gentlemen. I haven't, but here's something, MAGA. I haven't told this joke in a while, but I'll say it, all right? Just because, you know, it is what it is, right? There's a new joke going around, all right? Hold on. And I hear it works, all right? Here's MAGA. Do me a favor. I hear if you go in the bathroom late at night, you got to do it at around 2 a.m. and you spin around in the mirror, and every time you spin around, you go,
Jack Smith.
oh, right? And then you spin around again and you go,
Jack Smith.
And then I hear you spin around the third time, the FBI will show up. You Trump supporters! Listen up and listen very well. I don't want to hear another Trump supporter getting on this app asking any more questions about any of the indictments Donald Trump has been getting. All right. Trust me when we tell you he's a criminal. All right. Just trust us. All right. And we can and just sit your special behinds down and listen to this special broadcast. All right. Special counsel Jack Smith investigated a mysterious trip that former President Donald Trump made to Mar-a-Lago in July of 2022, just weeks before the FBI would execute a search warrant to retrieve top secret government documents that he had stashed. There. Oh, Cloud Mistress, you think Trump was right about everything? All right, I got something to ask you a question about right after this. You stay right there, Cloud Mistress 5.0. Whatever happened to the other .0s? You know, the 4, the 3, the 2, and the 1. Did I destroy those? ABC News reports that the trip raised suspicions amongst prosecutors because it came shortly after the government issued a subpoena in June of 2022 for Mar-a-Lago surveillance footage that would later be used as evidence that Trump tried to illegally obstruct government efforts to retrieve the documents. See, MAGA, you know how y'all like to cry about that Hur report? And how's it that Joe Biden didn't get charged, but Trump did? This is obstruction, MAGA. Listen to what Jack Smith and his prosecutors are saying. They said, hey, we're going to be coming to your house in July. All right, they told him this in June. And what did Trump do? He took a little secret trip out to Mar-a-Lago and tried to hide the boxes and get rid of the security evidence. And guess what? Jack Smith got it all on tape. And he got some witnesses telling on Donald Trump. So that's obstruction of justice. All right? So, ladies and gentlemen, now that the cat's once again out of the bag, you know what we got to do? Join me and give it. You know what, Cloud Mistress? Come on up here. You said something. Let me see if I can. Oh, Cloud Mistress, you don't even have enough to get in the box and talk to Zeus. I don't want to ever see you in my chat again, Cloud Mistress. As far as I'm concerned, you're a MAGA demon and a disgrace to this country. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Donald Trump another round of booze and shame because he tried to get away with stealing our national secrets and then took a secret trip to Mar-a-Lago to get his little cronies, his co-conspirators, to help him get away with the scheme. Can you say scheme, MAGA? And Jack Smith caught his special behind and is bringing hell straight to him and his little supporters that think he's innocent. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving him another round of booze and shame. Yeah, I see there's some dissension in my comment section. And like I said at the top of the show, one, I don't allow Trump supporters to be victims around me at all because you are the harassers and the abusers, right? All right. But then the second thing, if you don't like the way that I'm running my live, you don't like this broadcast, listen to what your leader has to say.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Bingo. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's wrap it up and then open up those boxes. It is now time to talk about January 6th. This is the signature part of the show. And before I move forward, I have a serious question to ask of MAGA. Hey, is there any Trump supporters out there that believes Donald Trump's claim that the 2020 election was rigged?
It's a rigged election. It's the only way we're going to lose.
Is there anybody out there that believes that still? Anyone out there that still believes Donald Trump's claim that oh, okay, great. All right, okay. All right, let's see if I can get this MAGA demon. Nope, you don't have enough to get in the box, or something's wrong with your live. I want to bring up a Trump supporter, and in under 2 minutes or less, I would love to let you explain to all of us. There's only 800 or so people in here. Why you still believe this claim?
It's a rigged election. It's the only way we're going to lose.
All right, looks like we have a volunteer. Good morning. Good morning, Crush. Oh, it sounds like you're on the MAGA Wi-Fi. Are you there? Hello, Jerry. Jerry, are you Crochet by Jerry? Good morning. How are you? I can hear you. But you're on that MAGA Wi-Fi. Yeah. You're on the MAGA Wi-Fi right now. Oh, can you all hear? Okay, wait. I'm going. They said they can't hear you, Crochet. Or Crochet. All right, Crochet. Come on back up here. Where did my chat go? I can't even see. I can't even see my chat. Hold on 1 second. All right. Geez, y'all keep it clean out there in that chat. All right, listen. Sometimes when folks get in the box, they discombobulate my live. Crochet, where'd you go? Y'all are funny in the chat. Say something in the chat, please. Please say something in the chat. All right, I'm looking for a Trump supporter. Where are they at? Crochet, where are you at? Put your name in the chat, please. Please put your name back in the chat. All right. Where did you go? Jesus Christ. All right. Let's ask the question again. I'm assuming that she realized that she was live and didn't. Okay. So my question is this: before I move on, is there anybody out there that still believes this claim?
It's a rigged election. It's the only way we're going to lose.
Any Trump supporters out there still believe Donald Trump's claim that the 2020 election was rigged? Please put a yes in the chat so that I can bring you up here and we can hear you explain why 4 years later you still believe this guy. Any MAGA demons out there want to come up here and explain why they still believe this claim? All right, fed up with the government. All right, Trump 2024, come on up here with your 29 followers. Fed up with the government, come on up here. I don't got much time. These people got things to do this morning, MAGA. Get up here, 10 toes down, and explain why 4+ years later, well, it's not quite 4 years later, but you get what I'm saying. You still believe this ridiculous claim. See, this is what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. I've been doing this for quite a while, and I'm assuming the MAGA demon does not want to come to the light this morning, right? Is that what it is, lady? Oh, okay. Thank you, mods. All right, we got a MAGA demon, Shay, not the good Shay. This is the bad Shay. This is the deranged Shay. Shay, come on in the box and explain. Yeah, Garvin, with your whole chest, MAGA. Oh, look at that. We got another one. Trump try. Okay. Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought I seen a MAGA demon. So they don't want to come up in the box. Going once because MAGA. Here's the thing, MAGA. If I go forward, you can't say Zeus doesn't bring you up and allow you to be heard. So please, I'm being so kind. It's a Monday morning. I'm being real kind. MAGA, please come in the box and explain that why in 2024 you still believe this claim.
It's a rigged election. It's the only way we're going to lose.
Biden, oxymoron. Okay, Rocky, come on up, Rocky. Rocky, come on up. I mean, none of you Trump supporters want to put 10 toes down for Donald Trump. All right, look at that. Democrats can't handle facts. All right, well, listen, you only got 4 followers. Okay. Listen, we don't got anybody up here. Okay, I'll do one more and then I'll move forward because, you said I don't got the guest request open, Sharon. I'll open it for them. All right. How about that? Any Trump supporters The guest request is open for MAGA only. I want you to come up here and explain why you still believe this claim.
It's a rigged election. It's the only way we're going to lose.
I'm going to give you 10 seconds to send the guest request and come up here and talk to Zeus. After that, I'm moving forward. And I'm going to debunk this little lie. I'm going to debunk it for you, all right, since you're afraid to do it. And this is why I say Trump supporters have zero credibility on this app, because they can never explain why they believe what they believe. They just go. This is why I say it's an evil spirit that's taken over these folks. BJ, I have tons of credibility, all right? Look at this, right? TV, come on up here. I just sent you one. Todd, ladies and gentlemen, let's give TV Todd a round of booze and shame, because he's been invited, he or she, or it's been invited several times, and it keeps ignoring and declining the request, because the MAGA demon knows once they get in the box with Zeus, all bets are off, and the only option is to go straight to the pits of hell where they came from. All right, let's give them a round of booze and shame, ladies and gentlemen.
Silence! You MAGA demon!
So let me explain it to you, MAGA, why Donald Trump's claim is false and how you ended up getting played like a fiddle. You see this graph right above my head? This is the unemployment rate. Check it out. You see that spike? Don't ask me where I got it from. You go do your own research. But that spike is tied to this situation that took place it is a disgusting thing that happened under Donald Trump's presidency. You all remember this.
And again, when you have 15 people, and the 15 within a couple of days is going to be down to close to zero, that's a pretty good job we've done.
President, today the U.S. hit a grim milestone of 1 million cases of the coronavirus. Back in late February, you predicted that the number of cases would go down to zero. How did we get from your prediction of 0 to 1 million?
Well, it will go down to zero ultimately.
He was saying the number of cases of people testing positive with the virus would go down to zero as it was shooting up to 1 million. Your Majesty, silence, you MAGA demon. You've never done anything besides embarrass yourself with that tiny, tiny tank top you've been wearing. And you run a disgusting platform of only 6 people, 6 demons, in a circle worshiping Donald Trump. Don't you ever utter a word like that against Zeus. Now, let's get back to the story and the lecture at hand. Because this is very important we get this message out to the American people. Donald Trump knew he wasn't going to get reelected, ladies and gentlemen. And so he decided to engage in a number of schemes. Can you say schemes, MAGA? A number of schemes in an effort to remain in power. One of the schemes he engaged in, you all recall, was the so-called perfect phone call. Remember?
I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have.
That's the fake elector scheme. You want to know what the other scheme was? Well, I already told you it was the big lie, but look at what he did, though, with that big lie, MAGA. Election results came that November, and Donald Trump was supposed to concede to Joe Biden. But did Donald Trump concede to Joe Biden, ladies and gentlemen? No. What did he do? Well, he came out and he convinced his supporters that he didn't lose. Listen up.
We had such a big night. You just take a look at all of these states that we've won tonight, and then you take a look at the kind of margins that we've won them by. And all of a sudden, it's not like we're up 12 votes and we have 60% left. We won states, and all of a sudden, I said, what happened to the election? It's off.
I'm going to stop it right there. He put a little doubt in your minds, MAGA. All right? Remember? Someone in the chat said, I watched it. How could you watch it in every single state from your little couch? You didn't see nothing. All you did was listen to this man lie. And then Donald Trump did something to you that and this is something that you got to tell your children and your grandchildren your silly behind fell for. He actually tricked you all to believe he won, even though the scoreboard said he lost. Look at how he did it.
I am very humble.
Oops, look at how he did it.
76,000 votes with almost nothing left. And all of a sudden everything just stopped. This is a fraud on the American public. This is an embarrassment to our country. We were getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we did win this election.
Y'all got to be some of the most gullible people ever. He convinced you with just his words that the numbers you saw on the scoreboard weren't the real results, and instead to believe him that he actually won. And with that, the scheme was in full motion, all the schemes. So what does Donald Trump do now that he has his soldiers believing that he actually won the election? What does Donald Trump do, ladies and gentlemen? Well, I'll tell you what he did, all right? I'll tell you exactly what he did, all right? This is what he did. Hold on. Attention! All Trump supporters. I lost to Joe Biden, and I'm very, very angry. What I need you all to do is to send me your money and meet me in Washington, D.C. at an event that I am hosting called Stop the Steal. It's going to be a big protest. Be there, will be wild. And what did you supporters do? You said, what? An opportunity to be wet and wild with our daddy? That's an offer I can't refuse. Now all you got to do is figure out how to get to D.C. Funny how you were watching the polls, but you weren't watching all of this. Right? So how did these MAGA demons figure out how to get to Washington, D.C. to be with their cult leader? You wouldn't believe this, ladies and gentlemen. You ever seen one of these? It's a U-Haul. My good friend Nutty Professor came up here and he showed me $20 a day, unlimited miles. And I said, wow, never in my life did I think of using a U-Haul as a mass transportation vehicle to transport criminals. But this is what MAGA thought of. And then they got into this U-Haul, and as you can see, this one got pulled over. You see, that's law enforcement. Get out of the U-Haul! How many people are in there? Is it just you two? Well, no, there's not just us. There's some people in the back. How many? Well, go take a look for yourself. And they go in the back and they see these grown men crammed in the back of this U-Haul like a can of sardines. It's disgusting. Sweating. And you see them right here, ladies and gentlemen. Look at these MAGA demons wearing a mask. These are the same liars during the pandemic that said, I can't wear a mask, Dr. Fauci. I can't breathe. This is what they said. But you see how we catch them? They have no problem wearing the mask when it's time to be racist and criminals. Right, MAGA? This is why we all call you out. You're not patriots, you're traitors. You're not Christians, you're hypocrites. These are the folks that were heading to Washington, D.C. The Oath Keepers, the Proud Boys, the Patriot Front. All right? The Boogaloo Boys. Going to go meet their daddy in Washington, D.C. And we all know what happened when they got to Washington, D.C., right? You remember this? The pipe bomber, you remember this right there? Who we all suspect is Marjorie Taylor Greene. Turns out Marjorie Taylor Greene was in on this scheme, all right? Lieutenant Marge. Can you all call her Lieutenant Marge? When these soldiers got to the Capitol, they received some orders from Lieutenant Marge, okay, as she prepared them to wait for their president to give them their orders. Listen to what Marjorie Taylor Greene told MAGA to do.
If we flood the Capitol building, flood all the government buildings, go inside. These are public buildings. We own them. We own these buildings. Do you understand that? We own the buildings and we pay all the people that work in the building.
So she's instructing the Trump supporters to get ready to launch an assault against the United States government. But hold on, don't do it until Daddy says you can do it, right? And so let's move forward with this situation, ladies and gentlemen. This is an embarrassment to the country as far as I'm concerned. You all remember Mike Pence, Donald Trump's vice president, the one that will not be voting for him this time? Well, there was a situation that transpired in the White House. Go read the indictment. And Donald Trump goes into the office. Pence, buddy, old pal, I'm going to need you to do that thing you and I talked about. You know, don't you dare certify those votes for Joe Biden. I need you to break the law for me. And Mike Pence grew a little spine and he said, you know what, President, unfortunately, I can't do that. Because in order for me to do that, that would require me to place you above the United States of America's Constitution, a document that our founding fathers and the framers fought and bled for, a document that to this day Americans continue to fight and bleed for, Mr. President. And frankly, I don't think anyone asking me to do such a thing is fit to be president. Donald Trump, visibly flustered, leans into Mike Pence, breath smelling like Big Macs and Diet Coke, and he says, you know what your problem is, Mike Pence? You're a little too honest. And he calls him the nasty, nasty P word that you Christians heard him using in that Access Hollywood tape. And he says, you know what, Pence, I'll take care of this myself. Security! Take me to meet up with my soldiers that are waiting for me at the Ellipse. And the Secret Service, they said, sir, those folks are armed to the T. They got military grade equipment. They got tactical gear. They even got this thing called demon spray. What's demon spray? Well, you take a little bear spray. You take a little wasp spray, a little pepper spray. You sprinkle some orange dye in it and say a little seance over it. Next thing you know, if you spray it on somebody, it'll inject them and make them possessed with the MAGA demon. Donald Trump says, they got all of that? Yes, Mr. President. And he goes, I don't care. Take me to meet up with my troops. They're not bringing it to harm me. Yes, Mr. President. Yes. And we all remember that moment, right? When Donald Trump got on stage. Look at this guy. Trench coat, leather gloves. I mean, think about it. The leather gloves, doesn't that say crime? We all know the infamous story about OJ and those leather gloves, right? And when I saw this, I said, oh my goodness. We're in a lot of trouble as a country, ladies and gentlemen. We're in a lot of trouble. So he gets on stage and he encourages his soldiers to engage in heinous acts of violence.
Now it is up to Congress to confront this egregious assault on our democracy. And after this, we're going to walk down, and I'll be there with you. We're going to walk down. We're going to walk down anyone you want, but I think right here we're going to walk down to the Capitol. And we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women. And we're probably not going to be cheering so much for some of them. Because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength and you have to be strong.
You hear that, MAGA? He's encouraging them to fight. Fight like hell.
And we fight. We fight like hell. And if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore. Because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength.
So, let's have trial by combat.
Any questions so far? Anybody confused so far about how the Trump supporters ended up in Washington, D.C., and how they were radicalized to engage in heinous acts of violence? I mean, if you're in a crowd and you see this man with the trench coat and the leather gloves on, and you hear words like this.
So, let's
have trial by combat.
And we fight. We fight like hell. And if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore.
It's safe to say if you hear the President of the United States greenlighting that kind of rhetoric, chances are you're going to be ready to do some damage, right? And so, ladies and gentlemen, we got proof that Donald Trump supporters were radicalized that day. How many of you know who this woman is? Ashley Babbitt. How many of you know who Ashley Babbitt is? This was one of Donald Trump's foot soldiers who clearly had attended the rally and was radicalized. Just take a listen. Listen to the rhetoric she was spewing.
District, why don't you worry about your own goddamn district and the shit that's going on there? You are a complete, I'm telling you right now, I'm putting all you on notice. Every single one of you politicians in California, Gavin Newsom, Jerry Brown, Maxine Waters, Duncan Hunter, what the hell is Kamala? Where is Kamala? Talking about ISIS like KKK. We got this migrant camp. You know what? We have thousands of people on the other side of the border. If people can't get to work, our economy is going to take an absolute tank because you guys refuse to choose America over your stupid political party. Capital and a mob, there's an estimated over 3 million people here today. So despite what the media tells you, boots on the ground definitely say something different. There is a sea of nothing but red, white, and blue patriots in Trump.
A sea of nothing but red, white, and blue patriots for Trump. That's Ashley Babbitt in the photo right there. What more proof do you need to believe it's Ashley Babbitt? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Donald Trump's foot soldier, Ashley Babbitt, who believed the big lie, who accepted his invitation to meet him in Washington, D.C. at an event that he was hosting called Stop the Steal. All right? And we all know what happened to Ashley Babbitt, right, ladies and gentlemen? Ashley Babbitt lost her life in the United States Capitol on January 6th. All right, and this is the moment it took place. Listen, you all remember this. That's the moment right before she lost her life in the battlefield because she believed Donald Trump's big lie. I get so angry when I get to this part every time. I don't know why. It just really disturbs me. Does anyone know what Donald Trump did when he found out that he lost one of his foot soldiers, a woman? Does anyone know what he did when he found out that Ashley Babbitt lost her life in the battlefield because of his big lie? Does anyone know? Trump supporters, do you know? Well, listen up.
Information that stands out to me is that Donald Trump was passed a note after one of the rioters was shot in the Capitol and was made clear that this person had been shot, this woman had been shot in the chest. And the valet says that he offered no reaction upon learning that. He kept sitting in the chair watching the violence unfurl on TV.
A non-reaction at the death of Ashley Babbitt.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. The commander-in-chief himself, Donald Trump, had no reaction to one of his foot soldiers, a woman at that, losing her life at the United States Capitol. No condolences or nothing. As far as he was concerned, she failed to complete the mission. What a disgrace to this country. This is the crime scene of January 6th, ladies and gentlemen. This was not a peaceful protest like BLM was. This was not a tourist visit gone awry. This was a domestic terrorist attack planned and organized by Donald Trump and his inner circle all the way down to his little foot soldiers. These folks, ladies and gentlemen, to me, they are the worst of the worst and the scum of the earth. It's a shame what you all did to this country. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I have another update about another MAGA demon that has been brought to justice. All right? We got another MAGA demon that's been brought to justice. A Utah man convicted of assaulting law enforcement with a deadly weapon during the January 6th Capitol breach. A Utah man was convicted of felony and misdemeanor charges in federal court in the District of Columbia on June 17, 2024, for his actions during the breach of the United States Capitol in Washington, D.C. on January 6. His actions and the actions of others disrupted a joint session of Congress called to ascertain and validate the Electoral College vote for the 2020 presidential election. Odin Meacham, 30, of Utah, was found guilty of 7 felonies: civil disorder, 2 counts of assaulting, resisting or impeding law enforcement officers with a dangerous weapon, assaulting, resisting, or impeding law enforcement officers, engaging in physical violence on restricted grounds with a dangerous weapon, disorderly conduct and restricted grounds with a dangerous weapon, and entering and remaining on restricted grounds with a dangerous weapon. With a dangerous weapon, MAGA. Wow. He will be sentenced on September 6, 2024. He currently lives in Minton, Utah, east of Wasatch County. According to the government's evidence, he drove over 2,000 miles from Utah to Washington, D.C. to attend the Stop the Steal rally on the Ellipse. He then joined thousands of other rioters on the march to the United States Capitol building. He was at the forefront of the mob, illegally massing at the lower west terrace of the Capitol building. At approximately 2:10 p.m., rushed toward several police officers guarding the lower west terrace, raised a wooden flagpole over his head, and slammed the flagpole against a Capitol police officer in the upper body so hard that the flagpole snapped in half. Meacham then swung the broken flagpole at officers again, striking a bike rack that had been placed in front of the officers for protection. He then abandoned the broken flagpole and picked up a black metal pole from the ground. He then threw the metal pole at another officer, hitting the officer's left hand. After he threw the metal pole, he screamed and taunted the officers. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we call a domestic terrorist attack, right? This is what we call a threat to democracy, right? And these are Donald Trump's soldiers. Yes, lawless behavior. So guess what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen? Let's take care of business in the kingdom. We got to send this MAGA demon straight to the pits of hell, right? First, let's give this MAGA demon what he deserves. A round of boos and shame. All right. And since this MAGA demon, this so-called Confederate soldier of Donald Trump's, wanted to be a soldier so bad, drove 2,000 miles to meet up with his cult leader. Let's send this soldier off the old-fashioned way, ladies and gentlemen.
I'd like to begin by addressing the heinous attack on the United States Capitol. Like all Americans, I am outraged by the violence, lawlessness, and mayhem. I immediately deployed the National Guard and federal law enforcement to secure the building and expel the intruders. America is and must always be a nation of law and order. The demonstrators who infiltrated the Capitol have defiled the seat of American democracy. To those who engaged in the acts of violence and destruction, you do not represent our country. And to those who broke the law, you will pay.
You hear that, MAGA? The same knucklehead, this same deranged lunatic who lured you to Washington, D.C., told you to go home and told you you do not represent this country. Are you starting to understand how you're getting played like a fiddle, MAGA? Are you really starting to understand? Did I mention Nancy Pelosi at all, ladies and gentlemen? Did I mention Nancy Pelosi at all in any of this? Did I mention the FBI or BLM or Antifa and any of this criminal situation that unfolded? No, I didn't. This is 110% Donald Trump's fault. And you Trump supporters, you know it. Ashley Babbitt, her blood is on this man's hands. Yours too. Because all you all had to do was hold this man accountable. And the fact that you refuse to do so is why you're the greatest threat to this country. You know, these Trump supporters, ladies and gentlemen, they keep saying stuff like this. The rest of the world thinks we're weak. They think they're laughing at us. And I gotta clear that up. The rest of the world isn't laughing at the United States as a whole. The rest of the world is laughing at MAGA. Right? They're laughing at MAGA. Why are they laughing at MAGA? Because as far as we are concerned, you're all in Donald Trump's circus. Donald Trump is going to go down in world history as the most successful ringmaster to ever live. Because the control he has over you supporters, it's crazy. I don't get how he's able to do it. All right? And you know it's a circus, right, MAGA? You do know you're in a circus? Let me explain to you why it's a circus. Because Donald Trump does exactly what a clown does. Right? He does exactly what a clown does. A clown wears makeup every day, doesn't it? This knucklehead, every day he gets up, puts on that orange makeup. Ooh, don't I look so good? Clown puts on that wig. You ever seen a clown with the wig on its head like this, right? He wakes up every day and puts that bird's nest smack dab right there on his cranium. You ever seen a clown's outfit, right? That ridiculous outfit with the thing around its waist? This knucklehead right here does the same thing. He puts on that dirty diaper every day, all right? And then he puts on this crumpled blue suit, this ridiculous crumpled blue suit with this ridiculous red tie. And he gets onto his social media platform and feeds you all lies and gives you orders. Orders including breaking the law. Orders including crying about the border and inflation. You know what I'm saying? He gives you all your scripts every single day. And you're all in there walking that tightrope of lies for him, jumping through those hoops of misinformation. It's a big, big circus, MAGA. Think about it. He's selling you golden shoes. When in your regular life do you need golden shoes, MAGA? You don't need golden shoes anywhere except for in his circus. Trump bucks. Those are not redeemable for cash. You only can use them in his circus, and that's only if he lets you. Right? Trump water, Trump University, Trump charities, Trump steaks, Trump stock. When are you all going to realize he's playing you like a fiddle? All right? And you better get out of that cult fast, MAGA, because like I said, every single one of you are guaranteed to get the ultimate MAGA reward. What's the ultimate MAGA reward? Jail. And if you don't get your soul right, hell with a chapter 11 in between. All right? And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, listen up. That concludes my monologue, and it is now time to open up these boxes.
To the Christian.
Thank you, Progressive, for the subscription. Let's open up these boxes, ladies and gentlemen, and hear from those of you who are brave enough to get in the box and tell the truth and shame the devil. All right, the boxes are now open. And what this part of the show is designed to do, ladies and gentlemen, is to actually hear from those of you who are in this country, you care about democracy, and you have a message that you would like to get out to the American people. I ask that you bring the truth, all right? Do not come up in here and try to challenge me or any of my panelists unless you have evidence. I'm not answering no more questions from MAGA. None. Don't ask me why he was convicted. Go look it up. All right? Don't ask me anything because you won't believe anything we say. So if you believe that, for instance, Joe Biden is a criminal, all right, come up here, get it out, show us the proof that Joe Biden is a criminal. Because if you start asking me questions, it depends on how I feel, but I just might drop you. All right, let's open up these boxes. Oh, my goodness. Yes, who is this right here, ladies and gentlemen? Good morning. How are you?
Hello.
Hi. Hey, how you doing, Zeus? This is Miss Fudge. I'm
Oh,
on
Miss
my other
Fudge.
phone. I'm on my other phone. So,
Okay, okay. Well, good morning. How are you doing, Miss Fudge?
podcast up because these people need to know. And guess what? I'm from Philly. Now,
Tell them.
I haven't even seen the news clippings, but I heard that a whole lot of the MAGA people got ran out of here trying to start their stuff. We are
Really?
not. We are not the city for that. Okay.
Really?
So yes, really, I'm trying to locate everything, but everybody's speaking on it. But he had a rally up here at Leocora Center, and it was not
Oh,
full. It was not packed. We had more people out here waiting in line to get in to get their shot, what you call it, the COVID shot. Then it was at,
wow.
at this location, the Leocora Center, Temple
Right.
University, it was not as many people as they want to always say that there was. Now, that's a big center. It looks small,
Yeah.
but it's very, very big. We've held big concerts there, and he did not have a handful of people in there. He should have had
Why do you
more.
think he's not? Why do you think he's not selling out at his rallies like he is bragging that he's doing?
Well,
Right? What's going on?
well, the people are going broke. The mag ain't got
Mm.
no money. Okay?
Mm.
They ain't got no money, so they can't show up. And then some of them are maybe, I'm gonna say maybe because you never know with these MAGA people. They're getting hearts. They're going in and thinking like, yo, this man got 34 and 54. And then pictures have lately circulated of Judge Eileen Cannon at the January 6th riot on the Capitol.
Really?
Yes,
You think so? So you're saying Judge Aileen
they
Cannon
have
was part
pictures,
of
and
the?
I've been trying to send it to you. I don't know if I have the wrong email or anything, but please send it to me. I got it from the boy Harry. It shows the picture. He has Trump, Team Trump on it. Eileen Cannon. She got this white line down her face, like as if she was splitting herself. She and
Wow.
another girl. Please send me your right email, and I can send it what I have, and then you can go to the next person to verify it from what I have from where I got it. And the
Wow.
guy is a young guy. He was just on now I don't know, Face the Nation, one of those ABC News things, and they're talking about how his name is Harry. And
Oh, I'm hearing it's not a real picture. They say it's photoshopped.
okay, well, if it's Photoshop, I do believe that she was there.
Okay.
So that
Well, you can't believe
I
if it's
believe.
Photoshopped. We can't believe she was there.
No,
Now
no,
that's how
no.
that works.
Okay, I know what you're saying, but
Yeah.
in the turn of events of what she's doing, I believe that she was there.
Got it.
Wasn't
Got it.
there?
She's
She
acting
was.
like she was there.
Yes, and if she wasn't there, she was definitely a participant to get it going.
Hey, you know what? You know the way that she's ruling in that case. You know, I can't help but say you might be onto something because I just don't get why Donald Trump talks about every other person except her. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You're right.
It makes absolutely no sense. It's like she got a hedge of protection around her for some and actually she's doing a better job defending him than his attorneys.
And that's what I'm saying. But this is also when she got approached by two of her bosses, judges, to say recluse
Mm.
yourself. They're saying it for a reason. They are truly saying it like if you don't leave now, you're gonna have some problems. We can't tell you, but we are telling you, get your butt and be gone.
Amen.
So I mean, I know what you're saying, and I'm trying to look this up, but I believe it because she's doing so much stuff, and you're a judge. Why would you put yourself in that position?
Right.
But anyway, I
But you know
gotta
what?
go. Thank you so
You
much.
know what? You're welcome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Miss Pudge a round of applause. No lies detected.
Bye.
All right, all right, all right, and stay out of trouble now. All right, don't you might have gotten in trouble on that last account. Is that what happened?
Oh no, I just had my
Okay.
other phone. I'm on the other phone.
Oh, okay.
That's,
Okay, good, good. I wanted to make sure. All right. Well, thank you so much. All right.
you're welcome.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So as you can see, this is what we're saying. If you got information and you want to bring it out, we're going to definitely double check with each other because we got to make sure we are all putting out the most accurate information possible, right? But I do believe Judge Aileen Cannon is totally conflicted and she's compromised. Red Crown, good morning. How are you doing, my good friend?
Good morning, Zeus. It's been a while.
Hey, long time no see, sir. All right, welcome. Oh my God, you got the camera on.
I'll tell you what, got the camera on.
Yes.
Oh, chicken joke.
Oh, you got the chicken joke.
I got to tell it.
Let's do it.
All right. You know why the big giant orange chicken crossed the road?
To get to Popeyes, because you know Popeyes is orange,
Yeah,
perhaps is that?
that could be, but no. The big orange giant chicken crossed the road so he could hold the Bible upside down in front of a church he never attended.
There you go, right there. You know what I like about that joke, Red? Seriously, it's the fact that I'm really thinking about a chicken, and then poof, it's Donald Trump in my head. It's the best joke I've ever heard. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Red a round of applause. Wow, you made him look like a chicken in my mind. Seriously, all right. Now, what brings you back to the show? And it's nice seeing you. You're looking great. All right, you're taking
Oh,
care of the missus,
thank
right?
you. You're trying to grow
Yeah.
a little.
Yeah. Okay. I knew it was something. I knew it was something. All right. I knew it was something.
No, I just wanted to, like I said, hadn't been in a while. Kind of been taking some time off, kind of recharge the batteries. We got a long 140 something days,
Yeah.
to endure, and I'm looking forward to the debate. And I'm just waiting for Joe Biden to pull a State of the Union address on him again.
Yeah.
Yep. And Sleepy Joe, I don't want Sleepy Joe mad at me. I tell you what,
Right.
he comes out with the guns blazing. And
I completely agree. Do you think Donald Trump really is nervous about this, or do you think he got this in the bag, so to speak?
I think he's scared to death.
Why? Why would he be scared? I mean, Joe Biden has dementia, right? He always
Oh,
says
yeah,
he
yeah.
always
Oh,
says Trump doesn't know if he's going or coming. I mean, Biden doesn't know if he's going or coming. It-
I do. I wanted to ask Biden about the battery-driven boat and
oh,
the battery and the shark. I wondered what he would do.
yeah,
You know, but Biden's mind, I don't know, doesn't think that way.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Most people who are well up there, they don't think about sharks and
Right.
batteries and getting electrocuted and things like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and they don't wash their dishes in a washing
Washing
machine.
machine, right? I played that audio earlier, and have you ever gotten a Trump supporter to explain what Trump meant when he was talking about all of that? I mean, because to me, I'm pretty sure there was some truth in there. It just probably went over my head.
I uh, I don't know. I've never had a faucet that only gave me 10 drops of water, a minute. You know, uh,
Yeah,
I mean, I've just never been in that situation. You
right.
know, so and I'm sure that he loves that lather and what he does in 45 minutes in the shower. I don't even want to imagine.
I mean, it definitely doesn't sound clean, right? For me, it's one of the dirtiest showers I've ever heard described in my lifetime. You're supposed to go in the shower and make it clean, but for whatever the reason was, I was disgusted listening to what he was
Yeah,
talking about.
I felt dirty after he took a shower. I don't know.
Yeah, isn't that something?
No.
He's one of the
So,
very few people that know how to make you feel dirty after you take a shower. He's one of the very few people that knows how to do it.
I know. And somebody says here, I can't buy bread. Uh,
Mm.
can't find my ID. Well,
These are
I
people
guess you
out
can't
there.
vote if you don't have an ID.
Bingo.
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 Okay. Trump, Zeus, I appreciate you.
All right.
You speak the truth and, keep up the good work. And we will catch you on the flip side.
All right. Are you still going live late at night?
Yeah, mostly. I've cut it back just a little bit. I didn't go on last night. I need to take a little break. I'm old.
Hey, listen, do what you got to do to protect yourself, all right? I mean, it's nice when you can come out here and engage, but if you got to take time away to, keep yourself at ease, do that, please. All right, sir?
Yeah, yeah. 10:30 is Central Standard Time.
All
Night.
right.
PM. So,
All right.
all right, buddy.
All right, ladies and
Peace.
gentlemen, let's give it up to Brother Red. No lies detected. You see, ladies and gentlemen, it's a show of force. All right, we get out here, we bring the facts, we tell the truth, and we help MAGA understand why their days are numbered. All right, seriously, if you are if you want to come up here and debate some of, or not debate, but talk and challenge some of the stuff that you've already heard, you got to bring your proof. Otherwise, sit your special behind down and listen to this special broadcast. Good morning, Brother Lex. Nice to see you. I'm all right. I'm all right. Just another day in the kingdom. Thank you, Rick. Boom. How you been?
I'm good, man. I've been busy.
Hey, well then that's it.
Yeah. So I've noticed an uptick in the racist behavior of MAGA. Have you not?
Really? I've seen it, but please speak on it because I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been having conversations with a lot of people in our community that they're saying what MAGA is doing is not as bad as what Joe Biden is doing.
Yeah, that's a lie. Because I mean, they keep going after the Robert Byrd thing, considering Robert Byrd changed in Congressional Black Congress, and Obama and a whole lot of people spoke at his funeral. But that's one of the things that they revert to. But the what the issue is, and what is at the core of the MAGA movement, is the marginalization of the BIPOC community. They try to move over and say it's in the economics or the money in their pocket or how high the prices of things are. But it literally go when they start crying about the border, they're crying about brown people coming across the southern border, not even taking into consideration the fact that the majority of the people who are going to commit T activities come through the northern border. And then
so it's rooted in racism.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is we as a people only want to be considered equal to you and to have the same liberties that you do operating within the United States of America. But for some reason, you have this great outcry of pain at the fact that we're trying to do that. Now, what I will inform you is in my studies, my collegiate studies, I do have an understanding that there's only 7% of people who are of that ethnicity on this planet, of that race. Caucasus
Wow.
race. Okay,
yeah. So it's a very small number in comparison to the majority.
Yeah, so over time, I mean, as in everything, is through evolutionary tactics to keep the human race intact, things have to go away. Because if you are only of 7% of the population, and you can continue to produce the same of your own, at 7%, homozygosity is going to occur, and the alleles in your DNA are going to start matching, and you were going to go out of existence due to inbreeding. So,
that's disgusting.
Your superiority complex is something of which you created. Race is the concept of separating people by physical attributes. Racism is that the social concept of the marginalization of said people that you created race for. And a racist is the people who did that. So,
wow.
I mean,
so let me ask you this all right. Is it possible that MAGA is racist and may not know it, in your opinion?
Yeah, they're racist and they know it. Clap your hands. If you're racist and you know it, clap your hands. No, we know damn sure you're going to show it, and you're racist and we know it. Clap your hands.
Wow. Wow. No. Keith says MAGA are not racist, and I asked the question because I'm trying to make sure your message distills down to their level. All right. So could you explain to Keith very quickly why MAGA is racist?
Well, I mean, considering the fact that you have been supported and co-signed by people of supremacy groups and nationalists and things like that, the K's and the O's and all these people, you're voting in the same line as they are. You are voting with them, so you're overlooking the fact of their actions and atrocities, right? The case in point, in Germany, not everybody was in Germany in World War II. Not everybody was in the army, but what was going on in Germany, they saw it every day, and Poland and everywhere else. They watched it go on. They allowed these people to do this.
Yep.
So if you stand by and you watch an atrocity being committed and you do nothing, you are complicit.
Tell him. Tell
So
him, Lex.
I hate to take too much time, and people like to say I monologue, and they like to say I provide information that is not
Derek Adams,
relevant.
thank you. No.
However,
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
yeah. See, there's two sides of me. There's the entertainment side of me, and then there's this right here, which
Yeah.
is ticking on the right level.
Bingo.
So I
It's
suggest,
firing on all cylinders, brother.
yeah.
Seriously.
So MAGA, number one. Okay, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna go because I'm taking up too much of your time.
You're
You are
good.
voting against your own best interests. You don't have the money that these people have.
Liddy,
You
thank
are
you.
you are literally you should go out and slam your hand in a car door because it's the same thing as voting for people who don't support who you are. They are planning on trying to take Social Security away from you, and you are overlooking all this because you want to own the libs, which I find profoundly pathetic. So as I said, it's good to see you, Zeus. I'll give you a call.
All right.
For those in the chat, everybody, I love everybody. Have a
Yeah.
great day. I'm not here for clowning anymore. It's on that level now. If you want this side of me, you got it.
Thank you, Lex. Thank you so much for bringing the heavy hammer of truth today. Good morning, Lex, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give Brother Lex a round of applause. No lies detected again, ladies and gentlemen. This is why we do shows like this, right? I mean, I bring what I bring, but when folks like Lex and others get in the box and they share out what's really going on in this country and they expose MAGA for what they are, it's really one of the most amazing things that you get to witness happen. And this is why I have a high degree of confidence that this November, MAGA is going to be crying like they've never cried before. Hold on. Ray, seriously? Come on up here, Ray. I'm a little concerned about you, Ray. Come on up here real quick. All right, you come to my show every single day. You listen to what we say. We don't charge you, Ray. Do we charge Ray? Do we charge MAGA to come and listen to us, ladies and gentlemen, give out this knowledge and this information? We don't charge them. I'm freezing up bad, really. Wow, you're right. I do. You're right. I do see it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I do see it. It's TikTok. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I was in some lives the other day and I was having the same problem. I think it's TikTok. I don't know. All right, let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Good morning, Miss Boss Diva. You hear me, but I'm freezing. Yeah, unbelievable.
Hey, what's going on, Zeus?
Hey. I'm all right. How about you?
Oh, I'm feeling fabulous.
All
I'm
right.
at,
Was I freezing for you out there?
yeah, you was freezing up bad. That's why I said something in the comments because I was like, man, even when you had your guest up, um,
Yeah.
both you and Lex, I was in the one and the guest before that, Red, y'all was locking up bad.
Wow.
Kind of
Wow.
distracting, but we could still hear.
Yeah, I noticed the numbers started going down, and I said, "Oh, maybe it's because technical. I don't know,
Yeah,
but
it's
that could
probably
be it,
because
right? I know. I leave lives when I start lagging, right? I leave it
oh, you don't
because
want to
it's
stick
just
it out, you know what I mean?
sometimes if it takes a couple of minutes, but sometimes it's just like it's not working. I got to get to a better location, right? So I don't know. Yeah, it's TikTok is rigged.
Yeah, it's rigged, right? So listen, the young lady was talking about that picture
Yeah.
that she saw that she wanted to. I mean, we keep this picture on deck. This is
Mm-hmm.
Eileen Cannon. Okay, she was with her little
This
partner.
is this real or is
This
this
is
AI?
real. This is at a Trump rally. Absolutely real. We don't Photoshop.
Wow.
None of that. We ain't got time for
Was
them
this was
lies.
was this January 6th or just a regular?
This was at his rap. No, this was one of his rallies.
Oh, okay,
It wasn't
okay,
January 6th though.
okay. All right, I'm
Okay.
just double checking. I'm just double
Just,
checking.
well, I mean, they all
Yeah.
is the same. They all lumped up together because they all spreading lies and spewing misinformation. So it is
Mm.
what it is.
Wow.
So I had come across this article and I was doing a little research, and come to find out, Trump had promised immigrants or people who don't, have citizenship in this country, all migrants who graduated in the U.S. can have a green card.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, and then of course, his campaign walked it back because really what they want him to do on day one is to do that mass deportation that they're planning, right? So you know how he does this, deflection,
Yeah.
right? He tries to throw you off of your game. He'll say one thing that's ridiculous, is all outdoors, and then he'll turn around and try to say something to counteract it that may be a positive spin on it.
Right.
But yeah,
What do you think
this is
is
Eileen Cannon. I don't care what
yeah.
nobody say.
What do you,
Okay.
what do you think? What do you think is ultimately going to happen with this case out in Florida? The classified documents where she's presiding over. All right. As far as a lot of people are concerned, she's totally corrupt. She's totally conflicted, and she's in it. She's in it to
Oh,
help Donald Trump avoid being held accountable.
she is absolutely corrupt. She is absolutely conflicted. Okay, there's no that at all, Zeus. I mean, we know that that's his boo thing.
Hmm.
We know that, right? We know that's
Right.
his boo thing. That we know that she gonna do whatever she can. But what's really going to end up happening is, cause see what she does. She goes just far enough where she won't hang herself.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? She'll walk that tight line. Now she's doing these ridiculous hearings of an argument that shouldn't even be an argument, because
Right.
why? She wants to waste our time and our money. Okay,
Yeah.
and that's basically what's going on with her. But what I want to kind of like shift to, as far as like her, we already know she's compromised, but with the Supreme Court immunity thing, right? Do you think that the Supreme Court is going to grant Donald Trump total immunity?
No, I don't. I don't think that they're going to, but I do think that they're going to figure out a way to keep it delayed before the election.
Hmm.
What do you think?
So I don't believe that they're going to give him full immunity, which is
Mm.
going to, uh, flash the green light for Chuckin. Because once they rule on that and she has the case back, once she gets the case back, she's already determined, that she would give the plaintiffs and
Mm.
defense and I mean, the prosecution and defense 88 days, right? Which is roughly 90 days, 3 months, whatever,
Right.
right? And so let's see, considering the fact that they will decide something by like the end of the month or something, or July 1st, which is the end of their, um, you know, term or whatever,
Right.
um, then she would get the case around July, or the, first or second week of July, whatever. She would have some time to do that. That'll put it in around October for them to get the case back on track. So it would still seem to me, it seems to me that it will still be before the election. Now, my bestie told me, she was like, "Well, no, I don't think that they would do that. They don't really want to send him through a ringer with some more felonies, take him through another trial during the election season, right?" And
Nasty.
I'm thinking, well, maybe they should, right? Because none of this is precedented, right?
Right.
We've never went through this before, so we should really like consider. Well, I hope Chuckin takes the case and runs with it and runs as fast as she can, and really put him back in front of her before the election.
That's what I'm
Because
banking on too.
I think that that'll be effective, even more effective than these felonies. I mean, he's already losing a lot of support behind it, so maybe another conviction would just seal the case, the nail in the coffin. Hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, fingers crossed, and let's hope that it pans out that way. All right.
Yep. I do. But I'll see you later, Zeus. Thank you very much for
All
having
right.
me
You're
up,
you're back
sweetheart.
in town. Are you still out of town on
Oh
vacation?
no, I'm still back. I just made it home last night, so
All right.
I'm
All
still trying to
right.
recuperate. But I got some pictures and stuff that I'd like to share, and they're
All
fun. We
right.
had a really good time. Anyway, love you very
All
much,
right. Love
Zeus.
you too,
Take care.
ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to the beautiful Miss Boss Diva. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I do see that there's a little bit of a lag. Okay, I don't know what's going on. All right, let's see. Hold on a second. I'm seeing some dissension in my comment section. All right. Uh Hold on one second. Come on up here, you MAGA demon. All right, seriously, you don't need to be out there crying and complaining in my chat. You can come up here and get it off your chest. All right, come on up here and get it off your chest. All right. Oh, Paul,
Yeah.
Paul, what's going on?
All right, I guess.
Paul, are you okay?
Yep.
It seems to me like you're experiencing what I call a MAGA meltdown. Has your beliefs? Has your
Make
belief?
America great
Have
again.
I get that's all you know. How? What's the highest level of education that you've
12th
completed?
grade. Right.
Okay, you 12th grade graduate. Are you proud of that?
What's wrong with it?
I'm just asking you. Are you proud of it?
So, what about it?
I'm asking you. Are you proud? Are you proud of your accomplishments? Because you got a 12th grade education, and I'm just trying to make sure I'm talking to the demon that's possessing you. All right. And so what I want to do is make sure
I'm voting for Trump. I don't care what you're voting for.
we
I'm
know
voting
you're
for
voting.
Trump.
We know you're voting for Trump. All right.
Right.
I know you. I know you're voting for
4
Trump.
years ago, and I voted for him the previous 4 years ago.
What part of the country are you calling in from, Paul?
Virginia.
Okay. Okay. You have children?
No.
Okay. You live by yourself.
No.
Who do you live with, Paul?
I got a partner.
Who pays the bills?
He does.
Who?
He does.
Your partner. Oh, he does. He does. All right. And so you just sit at home on TikTok all day long.
No.
Okay. Well, what do you do all day? Because, here's the thing, Paul. I've been doing this show for quite a while. I
What
bring
do
the
you do all
information out.
day?
I bring the
You're on
show and I
TikTok
bring
all the time.
Are you Paul? Paul, hold on a second. I do this all the time. I share the information that I have, right? What have I
Yeah,
lied
most
about?
of it's a lie, though.
Yeah, okay. Name one thing that I've lied about?
Everything.
Can you name one thing in particular? Are you in the bathroom?
No, I'm not in the bathroom.
What's that water running?
I'm filling up a jug.
All right, Paul. All right, Paul. Let me ask you a question. All right, and I got to move it on because I thought you had some information that I could actually use to become just as smart as you are. But you don't have really anything to offer me. You get
Well,
this?
we all know that these 34 charges on Trump are fake and
What's fake about them?
false information.
What's fake about them? They're real. That
No, they're
really
not.
happened.
No, they're not. Where's the
So
proof?
he didn't get
They ain't
convicted.
got no proof.
He didn't get convicted, or did I just was that just imagination?
That's fake. It's all fake.
So he didn't go to court. That was all make believe.
He did go to court, but it's fake.
What part
It's a
of it is
fake
fake?
court case. It's
What
all
was
fake.
okay, sir? This is why I asked you what's your highest level of education. All right, I'm asking a very simple question. Was the judge fake? Follow
He
me.
was
Follow
paid
me.
off by the Democratic Party.
Wait, Paul. Paul, I'm asking the questions. All right. Have you ever been to an interview, Paul? Paul. Jesus Christ, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, you're right, ladies and gentlemen. You know what we're gonna do, Paul? Since you got somebody said, Paul, get off the live with Zeus because you're embarrassing yourself and the family. And they call his special behind. You heard that, right, ladies and gentlemen? I didn't want to do it to him because I actually felt kind of sorry for Paul. But Paul, I got some bad news for you, bro. You tripped, fell, and stumbled into the wrong live this morning, Paul. You came in here, you talked to Zeus, someone that has zero tolerance for anyone that is possessed with the MAGA demon. Paul, you failed to produce any evidence that proves your claim that I was lying. And instead, Paul, you revealed yourself to be one of the most uninformed, unintelligent creatures that worships Donald Trump, calling in from the state of Virginia saying your partner takes care of you. You have no room to talk about anything going on in this country with your 12th grade education, which to me, that's actually scoring you pretty high. I know a lot of kids, I know a lot of folks who's graduated in 12th grade and they have more intelligence than you, Paul. As far as I'm concerned, you lied about that too. You're a liar just like your cult leader, Paul. This one is for you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give deranged Paul what he deserves. A round of booze and shame. Bye, Paul. Yeah, I don't know why the screen is freezing. You never believe. I don't know why the screen is freezing. We can try a relaunch. Hold on. Helps. All right, maybe I don't know if that'll help with the lag factor. Does that help, ladies and gentlemen? Does that help with the lag? I don't think it does. I don't think it does. I don't know what's going on with the screen. Is it helping? Yes or no? I don't think it is. Is it helping? I don't know. It's still freezing. Yeah. TikTok glitching. Yeah, they're going after my poll numbers, ladies and gentlemen. They really are. But we'll move on. It's okay, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. All right, let's move it along, ladies. How you doing? Are you there attacking? Jesus Christ, I don't see you attacking. All righty then. All right, April, I'm bringing you up. Wow. Good on your end. Some people are saying, yeah, I'm just assuming there's some glitching going on. April, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Yeah, because I was completely confused. You were completely frozen when you tried to redo it.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know I was being brought up. But
Wow.
wow, so much better now.
Wow, wow, wow. Interesting. Yeah, I see.
Paul, that Paul, I mean, almost tears coming out of my eyes, laughing
Really?
because I wonder if he's filling up the jug to fill up the washing machine to do his dishes.
Right?
Is he doing that? What's he filling up that jug with?
I have no clue what Paul was doing. He sounded unhinged. He sounded lost, right?
Bless his heart. His partner does all the work and he's at home filling up the jug. It's just.
You can't make this stuff up, folks. You really can't.
Bless his heart. But I wanted to get with. Let's talk about Fox News.
Talk about it.
Have you noticed how they break away from Trump's speeches? Every time he starts just go off on a tandem,
Yeah.
just off in la la land, and then they
Yeah.
just hurry and cut. Oh Lord!
I saw that and I said, are they trying to hide it from his voters that he's not there cognitively, you know?
Absolutely. So that's why I think it's so important the debate. I
Yeah.
hope he does not back out. This way, people will actually see. They can't cut away from the debate,
You're right.
and you're going to see what this man's really like and how out there he is. But I mean, I had a interesting person in my life. I think it was yesterday,
Right.
or it may have been the day before. She come up, and because I said it doesn't make any sense why Trump's wearing all that makeup, the orange makeup
Right.
and the wigs, and she said,
Good morning.
I mean, she got upset. He does not wear makeup. He does not wear makeup.
What?
And I'm like, holy cow, so defensive. What is it about this man, Zeus?
Oh, he's everything they dreamed of in a guy. Don't you get it? I mean, doesn't he look handsome? Doesn't Donald Trump look sexy? And you don't get it?
No, he never did, even in his younger days. Are you kidding? Please.
Wow.
He shows what he is, but I heard something very interesting from a Washington rally that do you know that Donald Trump wants us to be socialist? He wants
Really?
kind of a socialist, yeah,
Really?
because he said we should have an education system like Norway.
What?
What?
Wow.
Or is he just that dense that he doesn't realize that they have a socialist system where everything is contributed? What's up with that? What's
Well, I think they sometimes get themselves in a bit of a bind arguing so much against what President Biden does, right, or the Democrats, that they don't understand that some of the stuff they're arguing against puts them in that category of being a socialist, right? Like for instance, when they say, we should take the money that we're sending to Ukraine and use that here." Have you ever heard them say that?
Oh, good gracious, yes. They just don't even realize. See, that's the problem with MAGA. They don't realize why things are the way they are. They
Yeah.
don't realize we're having the domino effect of a Trump presidency right now. So when you can't afford things and your rent's going up and all this other stuff going, we're having the domino effect
Yeah.
of what Trump did. We've not corrected all the deregulating that Trump did. We've not corrected that yet. Maybe another 4 years we can implement stuff, you
Right.
know, to overcome all this. The domino effect of COVID, the poor failure of over that.
Right.
It's ridiculous. They don't look into anything. They don't look into what's really causes the price of gas. What really causes this? What really causes? But Donald Trump told me that
Mm.
it's all Joe Biden's fault. That was
Wow.
Paul. That's Paul. You know,
Paul,
Paul.
are you
Paul
still
thinks,
there?
yeah. Paul thinks everything's Biden's fault.
Is
But
Paul still there? Where did he go?
oh, come on and talk to another country person, Paul. Come on
Paul,
up.
Paul, where did you go? All right, yeah, I'm pretty sure his partner said, "Sir, what are you doing?" "Oh, I'm talking to Zeus." "Get off of the internet right now, Paul. You're embarrassing us. I don't want Zeus to know that I'm with you. All right, I'm trying to
That's
keep
what
you in
the
the
phone call
closet."
was.
Yeah,
That's what the phone call was. His partner called him. What the hell are you doing? Get
yeah.
off that show right now. You're embarrassing me.
Oh my God, this is so hilarious.
But thank you for having me up. Have a great day. And I want to just take a minute to remind everyone if you don't have to purchase something today, please do not purchase it. If you can hold off for one more day in a
Okay.
small support of women trying to fight for our rights and for not,
Hey.
yeah, please, if you don't have to buy anything, don't. If you can hold off one more day, show support for your mothers, your sisters, your aunts, your everything, nieces.
Right.
Just show support and don't purchase anything. Don't do any. Sit on your ass today, women.
Yeah.
Enjoy. Sit on your ass. Don't spend no money. And wear red and show your support for all women and that you agree. Quit taking our rights away.
Bingo.
And
Thank
thank
you.
you so much, Zeus.
All right. Well, April, thank you so much for that PSA announcement and that reminder, and also for coming up here and telling the truth and shaming the devil. Ali Sophia, awesome. Good job, April. All right. Yes, yes, we're pushing through. We are pushing through despite the glitches. All right. Let's move it along. All right. All right. All right. Attacking. Welcome, attacking. Welcome.
Paul doesn't realize that Trump doesn't like anybody in the LGBTQ community
Oh.
because Paul has a partner.
Mm.
Did you catch that?
I did. I
His
did.
part,
You see, I
yeah,
got him to repeat it a couple of times, right? I wanted Paul
yeah,
to get it out there, Paul.
yeah, which is good for Paul. At least he's coming out and that's where he should be. But the thing is,
Right.
that wasn't Eileen Cannon.
In the
That's not that.
in the AI picture, or was that an AI
Yeah,
picture?
no, it's not an AI picture. Um, I mean, that's this right here. This is a fake picture. Okay.
Wow.
This is the woman. But the
Mmm.
thing is this, if you zoom in on the front tooth of this woman and zoom in on the front tooth of Eileen
Wow.
Cannon, they're totally different.
Oh, okay. Well, see, that's why we got to do what we do over here. You know, we got to fact check, all right? That's why I said if it is her,
Yeah.
it's not good. But on the other hand, you might as well be her because the way that she's ruling, wouldn't it,
Oh
doesn't it?
yeah. Oh yeah. She's slow walking the son of a bitch big time. Oops, sorry.
Yeah.
She's slow walking it big time.
Okay.
Yeah, but we have to make sure that we don't try to spread a rumor.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
agree.
so um, but the thing is, and like with by the way, I tried it. It didn't pan out for me.
What's that?
Just so you know, I tried washing my dishes in the washer, and they broke.
Oh, yeah, that's
So
that.
yeah,
Wow, you did that
yeah,
attacking?
yeah, I did. They broke. I have to buy
Wow.
new dishes.
Wow,
So
wow, wow.
and I have to buy a new $1,500 washer.
Wow,
So
wow,
it's going to
wow.
cost me a couple $1,000s.
Wow, wow.
So nobody else has to do that.
What
Just so you
about
know.
the shark and the battery idea? Have you given that a go?
I'm calling up what is it, Marine World, and seeing if they can sell me a shark and
Okay.
bring him over into my swimming pool, and I will drive my car into the pool because I don't have a boat, and
Mm.
see if that'll work.
Okay, all right. I mean, let us know how that
Yeah.
goes too. I mean, someone has to, try these bright ideas out, all right? Someone has to try it and prove to us whether or not it's a good idea, all right?
Right. And by the way, it does take about 15 flushes in your toilet.
Oh,
Yeah.
it really?
Yeah, but then again, I didn't flush for like 10 times I went to the bathroom, so it was
Mm.
piling up really big.
Gross, 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 attacking. Wow, nasty, bro, nasty.
But anyway, I've been up since 2 o'clock. I've done a couple broadcasts. The Trump lovers are out there. The lying out there. They're talking about um, Tara Reid again. People are just, I mean, that and the court cases, the fraud case, and the 34 counts. You know, hearing people say he's not a felon until he goes to prison.
Mm. Yeah,
Come
they're
on,
saying
guys.
you heard Paul saying the case was fake. But
Yeah,
again, what
everything.
part of the case was fake? And then Paul got a call.
Paul got a call.
Paul got a
Yeah.
call. You know what I'm saying? Oh, what about pulling out? Ange, cut it out, Ange. Keep it clean. All right, all right.
But anyway, everybody be good. Everybody be safe. Like April said, don't buy anything today.
All right.
Support the cause.
Sup?
Everybody be good. Everybody be safe. I'm gonna drop.
All
Zeus,
right.
keep doing the good job, man.
All right, all right, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Brother Attacking a round of applause. You know what? The live is it's acting up. I'm seeing it on my end too. So you know what? We're not. I'm not gonna torture you all and force you to do more and more of this. I'll take one more guess, ladies and gentlemen, and then I'll get up out of here. All right. What a show! What a show! The glitching is just getting worse as far as I'm concerned. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up Brother Swerve. Good morning, Brother Swerve. How are you doing, my good friend? Swerve, are you there? Look at this. We're getting all of this lagging going on. I mean, it's crazy. It's fine on your end. Goats are Swerve, are you there? Swerve, are you there? Swerve, going once, going twice. All right, all right. I don't know where Swerve and went. It's crazy. After I paused and came back, it's been fine. All right. Nutty, are you there?
I am here. So
Okay.
very
How's it
so
working
very
for you?
it's working fine for me, but I know it's glitching and I know you want to get out of here. So can we do this really quickly with your permission?
What's
Can you
that?
bring can you bring attacking back up here for me?
Attacking, come back up, please. Where did you go? I don't see attacking. Maybe attacking is in the bathroom
Okay.
right now. I don't see him, but if he sends a
Well,
yes.
please don't say that because we don't need his commentary on dropping anymore. So we don't so so if you see attacking, if he does show up, can you bring him back
Yeah,
really
yeah.
quick?
If
So
attacking shows up, we'll bring him back up.
because nobody can do it better than attacking. Nobody can get better than attacking. So I'm just gonna do what I can do. So I'm just gonna put this. This is for attacking. So since attacking is always teasing me, I'm just gonna put this up here for attacking. Um, I want to take my 3 minutes, and I want to do exactly what I did on Thursday, because here's why I want to do what I'm about to do.
Where'd you go? Okay, I
Zeus,
can hear you now.
I absolutely believe in giving people their flowers while they're here to enjoy them, right?
Right.
When I said it the last time I was on your live, I want to continue to appreciate what you do for not only the kingdom, but for the United States of America. And I know that seems very like, wow, that's a stretch. But no, it's not a
Right.
stretch. When you're giving out information and the information is factual, you are doing a service to your country. Because in a time where misinformation and disinformation, they are running rampant,
Yes.
when our democracy is in peril, it is important and pertinent that we continue giving out information that is real. So
Right.
can everyone, I need Zeus to just be quiet because I'm taking over the live again.
I think
I need you to
attacking
sit
is
back.
here.
Yes, bring him up, please, and thank you.
Attacking, send a guest request, bro.
I need, so as soon as attacking gets up here, I need Zeus to just sit back and be quiet. And I would say, he would say look pretty, but we know the truth behind that. So attacking, go ahead and put,
Vanna White's
see,
in the house.
see, Zeus, this is why I wanted attacking to come up. This is
Vanna
why I wanted
White's in
attacking.
the, I said that Nutty is the male black of Vanna White.
Oh. Is it,
So,
okay.
well, he's saying that because I'm getting my grift on, right? So
Yeah.
anyway, and attacking, I think you can agree with me on this.
Yeah.
I need people to go ahead and start tapping that screen yet again. And I need I hate you attacking. We need Zeus is about to get off live here. So let's set a record here. Let's see if we can get 100 more thousand likes in the next
Whoa.
3 minutes.
Okay.
Let's see
Wow.
if we can do it. There's 400
100?
people in here. I think it's possible. Attacking, you think it's possible, don't you?
Yes.
Now,
Each one of you just tap the screen 1,000 times. You can do that in 3 minutes. Just tap, 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 tap,
absolutely.
tap, tap,
Wow.
tap.
So now,
Just
come on,
tap
let's tap the
Zeus's
screen.
nose. Tap his nose. Make his nose bleed with blood red hearts. Blood blue hearts.
And MAGA,
Just tap,
MAGA,
tap, 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 tap,
we
tap.
want you to tap too, MAGA, because you keep calling Zeus a liar. So go ahead and tap that nose and make him Pinocchio. So go ahead and tap
If you
in
guys,
honor
if you
of
guys get him
Pinocchio.
to 200, if you get him to 200, I will turn my camera on and show my real face.
And I will
What?
turn mine off. How about that?
What?
Do it
So
right now.
listen,
Right now.
let's tap. We don't see no hearts, y'all. Come on, tap that screen.
Wow.
Tap that screen.
It's
To
glitching, I
200.
think. I think it's glitching. I don't see any heart.
By the way, if you guys do that, I'm fucking. Oop, I'm lying, right? Oops.
Oh. You know what attacking is?
Well, you could have said that afterwards, attacking.
Yeah, but I didn't want it to last like that, and then I get called out for being a liar. I had to own it. But Zeus will twerk. Zeus will twerk.
Oh no, that's the devil is a liar. Attacking. Seriously, the devil is a liar.
140. Come on, tap, 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 screen. Tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it. Let's do it one time, guys.
Thank you all. Seriously.
Well, listen, we want y'all to tap the screen. We don't want you to flick the bean. We don't want you to flick the bean, but tap the screen like you flick the bean.
Wow.
And and keep sending those Zeus hands because he likes those Zeus hands. So this is our way of giving back to you, my brother. This is our way.
And by the way, you get them up to 200,000. Nutty is going to give you 20% off of those earbuds, or 20%. It's a 20% savings on $10. 20% of $10, guys. You know what that is? 20%. Come on, just tap, 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 tap.
Attacking, you're wrong. It's actually 30%.
Oh, see, it's even better. Tap that screen. Get those earbuds for 30% less. Come on, people. Tap it, tap it, tap it.
Absolutely. Get those earbuds. If y'all really do want those earbuds that you see right there, just go to my TikTok shop. There you go.
Oh, that's what it was.
And by the way, they're going to be so easy. They're going to slip in so easy. what Nutty does is he opens up every box and he licks them, puts them back in, so there's going to be lubricant on those earbuds that
Oh
slip
my
right
God! Why
inside
did
your
I ask for
ear.
that? That's my,
Wow.
attacking. Quiet down,
Yeah.
quiet
Wow.
down.
All right.
Wow.
All right.
But
Wow.
we're almost there. We're almost there. And Zeus,
Look at
thank you for
that.
Zeus. Thank you for indulging us. It's the part that we enjoy the show. That's why
Yeah.
we keep coming back. And
Thank you.
conservative
Yeah.
F, he enjoys it too because he's in your comments every single day. He's in your comments.
He does.
Retribution. He's in your comments.
They stalk me.
All of these Magites, they're in your comments, but you're such a liar.
Ain't that something?
That's something.
All right,
That's
look
something.
at that.
Look
Bravo,
at that.
everybody.
We got to 200,000.
Congratulations.
Wow. I didn't know that was even
Congratulations.
possible. Thank you, everyone. Seriously. All right.
Wow.
But
Congratulations,
hold on, we're not there
guys.
yet. Once we get there, we'll thank them. Once we get
Oh,
there.
we're there. We're there.
We're there,
Okay,
Nutty.
we're
It's
there.
done. It's
Can-
cooked.
can-
Ladies
can I
and
at
gentlemen,
least-
you all deserve a round of applause.
Thank you, everyone. Can we at least get one more Zeus hand? I need one more Zeus hands. Yes. I'm going for broke. One more Zeus hand. It's
One
out
more.
there.
Okay. Oh my goodness, ladies and
One
gentlemen.
more Zeus hands before we go.
All right. All right. Well, listen, Nutty. There
Thank
you
you
go.
so much.
Thank you,
Thank
Cole.
you.
Well, we had technical difficulties, but we pushed through, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be back tomorrow, same Zeus time, same Zeus channel. Nutty, thank you so much. Zena, thank you so much. PA, Cole of the Days, all of you. All right, Little Hawk, I appreciate it. All right. What a show! What a show! All right, we laughed together, we cried together, but we must move on. All right, before I get out of here, you all deserve a round of applause. All right. And let's give one final round of booze and shame. Thank you, everyone. We hit our goal. One last round of booze and one more round of applause for the subscribers. We had a few of those today, right? The gifters, the moderators, and the panelists. Despite all of the technical difficulties we pushed through, all right, you helped to keep this show educational, exciting, and engaging. You deserve a round of applause. All right, let's give our final round of booze and shame for all the Zeus haters out there. You know exactly who these folks are. These folks, they get on TikTok day in and day out and spread misinformation and disinformation on behalf of Vladimir Putin and the Kremlin. They promote evil, bigotry, racism, misogyny, and all forms of corruption and criminality on behalf of Donald J. Trump and his cult. These folks are the worst of the worst and the scum of the earth. Let's give them our final round of booze and shame. All right, and we're not supporting big business today. So if you can hold off on making those purchases in order to support women's right, please do that as well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here. Take care and stay safe. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do out here in these TikTok streets.
True Orbits, the most handsome.
What a show! Oh, Jack Smith, hey, Ghost RS, thank you. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great rest of your morning. Nathan's mom.
This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus.
I like to act the fool. Hey! Turn up, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great day, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all stay safe out there. Seriously. David Gray, you too. Diane, thank you. Zena Smith, Nathan's mom. Let's go. And hey, thank you, and wow, yay. You are high risk, mix all in the mix. I put a bounty on your head. This is way above the feds. When you playing with the gods and you playing with the dead. Come and let loose with the truth. Cold as the days, DJ Kitty Cat. Lady Rima, let's go. Miss Jessica, don't come in here with that Alvin Bragg nonsense. I debunk every single lie, alright? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Rick, thank you.
That's why they call me. This is how I move when I'm looking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus.
This is how I stare. Big E classified, now Negro, I see ya. Don't be playing with my moves. Hey, if I didn't get D today, it doesn't mean I love you any less. Reggae.
Zeus. I'm a god, call me Zeus. I'm hotter than Hades and I'm burning down the roof. You say you wanted facts? Well,
Tell him, Grant.
I've been waiting for this moment.
Great show, right? David Gray, you're welcome. I'll be back tomorrow. It could be the Wi-Fi. I might have to update the app. You never know with this app, right? Come on, let's go. But we did a good job pushing through. Let's go. Callie Love. Heidi, I see you.
Hey little mama, let me play with your caboose. I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth.
Awesome show, you're awesome, thank you.
Try to be patient, but you had to light my fuse.
I'm catching all these snakes like a mongoose.
These ladies love me, yeah.
I'm the one that they choose. Queen Flea, I see you, let's go.
This is how I move.
Woo, cold as a day.
Like Zeus.
Mystica, thank you. Lady Rima, thank you. When I'm moving like Zeus.
Don't be playing with my move when I'm grooving like Zeus. I can let you cool till I come up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky like you up like Zeus.
Here you go, here you go, here you go.
Call me Zeus.
I just want to find 11,000.
Tinkerbell, I love you too.
One more than we have.
All right. And that'll get you the Rico case, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hit them with the Jack Smith remix. Reggie, where you at? Tiffany for the people, and let's hit them with the remix.
He's deranged. Jack Smith. He's deranged. Jack Smith.
He's deranged.
Jack Smith.
He's deranged.
Jack Smith.
He's deranged.
Jack Smith.
He's deranged.
Jack Smith.
He's deranged.
Jack Smith. Donald Trump is indicted,
and they take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges. Thank you, Garvey.
And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more of a Trump hater.
All right. Let's give it to him, ladies and gentlemen.
They started just recently with this crap. They started just recently. They could have brought this lawsuit, Brenna, 3 years ago, right after I left. It's been 3 years. But they didn't do that.
They didn't.
And now they're saying, we have to go immediately before the Supreme Court. This thing would have all been over with 2 years ago.
Oh.
But they waited and waited, and then they saw I was running, and they waited, and then they saw I was hot.
That part.
And they filed lawsuits. These are very dishonest people. That's called election interference. These are and now they're fighting like hell because they want to try and get a guilty plea.
Yeah, we do.
From the Supreme Court of the United States, which I can't imagine because you have presidential immunity.
Oh, you go imagine
but
it,
strange things happen, but they want to get that because that's the only way they're going to win the election.
Oh.
It's a very sick thing. But think of it. They waited and waited and waited. For years.
That part right.
In fact, nobody thought, everyone was saying they're never going to bring any charges. Most people said they're not going to bring them because they don't have anything. And then all of a sudden we started getting hit with these lawsuits. And now they're saying, let's...
See that right there? Guilty man talking and rambling. We all heard it. We all see it. All right, now let's drop the bomb and get up out of here. You know exactly what it is.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
That's right. You ain't black. You ain't nothing but a modern day slave. I'm out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Take care and stay safe. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do out here in these TikTok streets.